Okay. So we'll see this cloud computing basics because we're already discussed about as different types of servers, their hardware models, how the data centers are look like. Okay, small data center, big data centers are there. Okay, so it's a very easy to connect with this cloud computing from it. Next. So what is cloud computing? Yeah, different people tell different ways. Okay, like a cloud is a storage. Some people say cloud is something running in different place and acting from other place. Okay, someone I've seen one reel. So cloud computing, just like a it is. The cloud is not in the one place. It's a cloud moves from one place to another place. That kind of stuff. Nowadays, this cloud 9, the cloud fertility centers, or cloud kitchens are came. Still, we don't understand what is this cloud is become more complex. In our cloud computing, it's a cloud computing. Not just a cloud, it is cloud computing. Okay. So what is the more suitable answer for a cloud computing? Delivering of computing services. Delivering of computing services or internet. So we are providing different services. Okay. Right? So our organization also providing database services, web services, mails related services. To provide that services, we are using a physical servers. In that one, physical operating system and applications we are installed and configure, and we are getting that services. Okay. So for example, S7 is maintained as mail server, and we are all able to communicate through 70's mail server, either within the organization or within the network or outside of the network if it is connected to internet. But 70's has to maintain this server, physical server, operating system updates, application updates, configurations, troubleshooting, security. We have to maintain that. We'll come back to the maintenance part, but we'll go to the statements. But thing is, we are managing it. So war internet. Okay, so like that. So we have a computing service, understanding computing service purpose. We'll see that what is the like. So delivering of computing services over internet. These services include server, storage, database, networking, software, analytics, intelligence, or any services, including AI-based services also nowadays. Okay. So what is this? As I said earlier, I given one example, right? So we are managing services, delivering of computing services or internet. Okay. So our internet, we are able to access these different services. Okay. What are those services? Storage services, server related services, database services, networking services, certain applications or software services. Okay. These are the services. You can also say same statement with one additional point. Okay. What is the cloud computing, guys? Take this one line and this line. Two lines combined. That is a cloud computing. Okay. What is cloud computing? Or you can use this line instead of this first line. This first line, same first line only. Instead of that first line, you can use this line, again this line. Okay. So cloud computing is a delivering of computing services or internet, same, by using pay as you go pricing model. You can use this word like this part by using pay as you go model, or if you don't use it also no problem. But if you use it, it is more effective by using pay as you go model. In a cloud computing, what are the services you are using? Like you want a network services, you want a storage services, you want a database services, you want a virtualization, means you want a some Linux server machine or maybe a Windows server operating system machine. So yeah, what are the service you want it? So then you have to pay for it. Okay, you have to pay for use, and your whatever you are using, you have to pay for that one. That's it. You don't need to pay for everything, but you have to pay what services are you are utilizing. That much only you have to pay. So cloud computing is a delivering of computing services or internet by using pay-as-you-go model pricing, pay-as-you-go pricing model. Those services are servers, storage, databases, network, softwares, ticket, and analysis. At least server, storage, databases, network, and softwares or application services. Okay, so this is what is cloud computing. And I am going to explain something now. Okay, uh, then we'll go to the remaining part of what is cloud computing. This also I will try to split into two parts. Otherwise, everything I will go in one single set only. Okay. So as I said, guys, in our organization, what I wanted. So I need different web servers. So I put a servers, application server, database server, storage servers. Okay, some ERP SAP based ERP servers. Okay, or maybe some what we can say Active Directory servers. Right. First of all, you want a servers, right? Storage devices, networking components, switches, routers, firewalls. This is also required. Cables, power supply kind of stuff. So you have to buy these things. You have to buy those things, right? You have to buy a physical server. You want to buy physical server, a simple rack server you want to buy, okay? Or you want to buy this storage arrays, okay? See, all these are very high cost. All are this very high cost. For example, I want to buy a rack server, Dell. Some models, it is 1.33 lakhs, almost 1 lakh 40,000 it is, and this is 8 lakhs around 47,000. It is 6 lakhs 50,000. It is 98 lakhs or 99,000. Okay, this is 2 lakhs, almost like a 3 lakhs around it is. It is 32,000. But the price difference, why there is a price difference? Because fewer, some are rebrushed type, means already used server, they're selling again. Okay, there is a already used server, so it is rebrushed, refurbished. Okay, it is used. Some are very new, maybe it's a brand new, some are fresh one, some are older one. Second is depends upon server capacities. These racks, different racks having different capacities. Different companies, different capacities. Some are having more storage capacity, more processor capacity, more RAM capacity, operating system included, like that, different upon the capacity. So there are available. But if you still see, even the refresh is also very costly. Okay. So you can go to direct companies like Dell, HP. You can go to different servers capacities. Okay. You buy a laptop. Laptop comes with a different capacities. So the based on the capacity, cost is also there. Okay. It's open sounding time. Okay. So we need a physical server. Next one is operating system. You have to buy OS license. Mainly Windows-based operating system, you need a license. Linux-based OSs, you need a registration, or you have to, if you want a support or additional packages, you have to pay for that one. Okay. Okay. You have to pay for that one. Very simple. Okay. Like this, you need a OS license price. Second, applications. Server-based application. Some applications may be available freely, some are built in, some are you have to pay for it. For example, you want a MS SQL server, you have to purchase it. You want a Microsoft Exchange mail server application, you have to purchase it. So that is again, you have to buy your applications. If your organization is small or a medium organizations, so your infrastructure is cost is more than, if your infrastructure cost is more than your total organization budget. So you have employees kind of stuff, right? So your purchasing is called a capital expenditure. What is this? CapEx, CapEx, capital expenditure. Okay, you are buying things. Capital expenditure. You have to purchase these cables, power supplies, okay, UPS, generators. Also, that is also part of infrastructure now. Without that one, your servers won't run. You want to build uh, a data center, small data center itself, you need a racks, okay. Other power supply devices, SMPS, everything is required. So obviously, you have to buy. You are buying, that is called a capital expenditure, upfront cost. Also called as upfront cost. Means you are buying something. Next, you have to maintain. Maintenance means again you need to provide a power supply. You need a people. Physical security also required. Means not everyone can able to go to the server room or data center room. No, not everyone can allowed. Only the authorized people should can able to allowed. That too with a login, a biometric login, CC cam. Okay, and there is a login record when you went, when you are going outside, what you have done, what purpose you went inside. Okay, you have to write in a log sheets, and automatic system logs also there. You have to continuously monitor your infrastructure kind of stuff, all are working or not, anything down like that. Anything failure is occur, a storage device is failure, you have to replace with a new storage disk or that device, right? A switch is failure, you have to replace the switch. A server is down, why server is down? Any component failure, operating system failure, application failure. So you have to maintain the server, system administrator, to maintain the network, network administrator, to maintain the network security, security administrator, okay, to maintain the applications, and then again application separator, to deploy an application, again DevOps engineer, to manage virtualization server, VMware administrators. These are different team of people or maintain your infrastructure. Okay. So again, we need a people to work maintaining this entire infrastructure. Different set of people are required with different skills and technological experience. Okay. So you should maintain your infrastructure. Maintenance and managing your infrastructure is the cost of your maintenance cost. Okay. Or managing cost for employees or power supply or a cooling system or maybe physical security or network security kind of stuff, internet, public IP addresses, okay, legal lines connectivities, okay. These are all on your organization. You have to maintain all these things. That is maintenance means operational expenditure. OpEx. What is OpEx? Operational expenditure. CapEx, OpEx. You're buying capital expenditure. Maintenance, operational expenditure is there. And after few years of this, your servers, applications, and all, it will going to be expired. Okay, your license end date. This is the last date of your operating system or your application, your hardware. Or maybe you want to buy a new operating system, but it may not be support your old hardware. Again, you have to buy new hardware, a new operating system, new application kind of stuff you have to upgrade. Okay. So again, it is cost is there, right? So this is capital. And you put a one web server, if that server is down, we can't able to access the website. People cannot able to access that website. So for each web server, you have to find, yeah, you have to add one more web server or two more web servers. Why? Because of failure. Means one server, one storage is not enough. You have to add more to it, like a cluster, like a failover purpose. One is down, other will provide a service. Sometimes more requests will come. One server cannot be able to handle. So we need a more servers to handle that load also. So totally it is capital and capital expenditure, operational expenditure is keep on increases. A small or a medium organizations cannot afford this cost, cannot afford this cost. So what they will do it? They have a one choice earlier what they are doing it. They'll take this infrastructure, means instead of buying, taking rent, you have to go somewhere. Okay, so you have to go trip in your hometown, your town, or maybe you are going somewhere to town and you go outside and come back in the evening. Okay, so what you will do is rent a car. You drive the car, you rent a car, you drive the car, and finally, once all completed, you will return the car to owner. So, like you're renting. You're renting something. I'm in a rented house. So I do not have one house. Okay, I can't offer the own house. Then what I will do? I rent a house. How many years or how many months or years I will going to stay? I will stay there. I will paying for the rent. That's it. Okay, rented house. Like that, people will going to rent their infrastructure. What are their required infrastructure? They'll rent from the other data centers. Example, controllers is one of the leading data center organization. Like that, there is a lot of data centers organizations are there will provide infrastructure services. Means so I cannot able to put up buy all these servers. I'll go to the this data center related service provider, infrastructure service provider. I want 5 servers and this much storage devices required. These are the network connectivity. These are the public connectivities required. Then I will take it, configure it in their servers. So they are maintaining my physical servers, okay, and their environment, physical environment, they will maintain. So I will access from my office. So I will access, I'm connected and using it. So this is what it is, physical data centers. Okay, renting from the other data centers. But it is not much flexible. Here, either you are having own data centers, means one infrastructure in your own organization, or maybe you are renting from other data center. But cloud computing is like a renting a data center, means your infrastructure from others data center. Okay, from other data center you are renting. That is like a cloud computing only, but small difference is there. What is that very small difference is? You'll see here it is. You are owning your infrastructure. Now new project is came and you want more servers, more network connectivities, more applications you need it, more fiber optical connections are required, more power supply is required. Then what to do? Again, you have to buy. So capital expenditure, operational expenditure, space required, more space is required. Okay, that is a problem in on-premises data centers. What is a problem? This is called on-premises. You are owning your own infrastructure. That is a on-premises. What is the problem? You want more servers. More load increases, more servers are required. New project comes, more infrastructure details are required. Means when you need more, then you have to buy more, and again you have to connect. You are not utilizing fullest, but you are adding more. And that is after 6 months or 1 year, you don't require those infrastructure, you don't require those many servers. What you will do? You don't require those many storages. What you do with it? Again, you have to go with another new project. Otherwise, it is waste. So buying cost effective, maintenance cost. If you do not use fullest, waste of money. More productivity is important. Production is important. We're not getting more productivity. based on your investment. Return on investment is very less. And after certain period of time, it is no use. Okay. So now on particular service, more demand increases, more servers you have to add it. Now demand is become lesser than what you do with by additional physical servers to it. So there is a cost fluctuations. Most those things are affect on your data center. Same thing for renting data infrastructure from others data center. Whenever you require, you are asking more, and you have to pay more. And if you use or not utilize, still you have to pay. If you use or not use, still you have to pay. Whether I am staying in home or not, I went to my hometown for 1 month, but I didn't vacate my home. But I didn't vacate my rented house, right? But still I have to pay the rent. Okay. So you use a rented car for 1 hour, but you take it for 1 day, but you use it just hardly 1 or 2 hours, but still you have to pay for total one, right? So small difference between renting infrastructure from data center to cloud, small difference, small relationship, small cloud. But compared to your on-premises data center to cloud, so there is a lot of differences there. Okay. What are these? These are the challenges are faced by organization. What is that? Operational expenditure and capital expenditure. These two you understand. Plus I added one more point. That is two more points I added. One is certain period of time their infrastructure or application or operating system reaches expiry. Means their end date. This hardware which you purchased 10 years back, it may not support nowadays. Hardware become weaker. Second, on that hardware, new application or new operating system may not be supported. So then you have to change the hardware. Okay, you purchase it and it used for a long time, but after a certain period of time, no support. Even your operating system. For example, 2012 server, I purchased it with a lot of money. Now that won't support it for a new services. So I have to buy latest one, 2025. I have to upgrade from older to new one. And when you are upgrading, the new one may not support your old hardware. Again, you have to change hardware. Some certain applications won't support your older operating system, older hardware also. So again, you have to upgrade everything. Okay. So again, you have to invest. You have to invest. Again, you have to operate. So again, the capital and operating cost is increases. What is another one? So you want a more demand increases, or maybe more failures or occurs. Then you have to add more servers to the existing one. That is called clustering. Means failover load balancing you have to do. New project is came. Then you have to add more new infrastructure or your operating system applications are there. So you're adding again. The meaning is when it is useful, it is good. If it is after a certain period of time, we don't require what you do, based on what you purchase, what you will do. More load increases, you go with a more physical server connected for balance the load. Now load is not much and not required. Like earlier you have 3 servers. Now the load increases. Then you go with the 10 servers. So you added 7 or totally 10 servers are there. It balancing the load very good. After a few days, you do not getting that much load. 3 to 4 servers are more than enough. 3 to 4 servers are more than enough. So next one is what you do with the remaining 6 servers. At least 5 servers. Maybe you will go with up to 5. But what you will do unused one, unused infrastructure. So it is effect on your return on investment. Okay. So that is a challenges in the these are the challenges in the on-premises data center. How this is challenges overcome by cloud computing. Also, we'll see that one. Okay. How these challenges can be overcome by what it is cloud computer. We'll see that. Okay. So, what are the benefits of cloud computing or on-premises? Lowering your operating system cost. You require, sorry, in a cloud computing, what I said, it is delivering of computing services or internet. From cloud service provider, you are getting these services, mail services. You want mail services, you take it from a cloud service provider, direct mail services. You don't need to maintain that physical servers, operating system, application, physical infrastructure, power supplies, or maybe um, backup power supplies, that kind of stuff not required. So they will maintain, the cloud service providers will maintain the entire your infrastructure, application, network, security, and physical environment, everything they will maintain. So just we are taking that services, we are using that services for our organization purpose or for our client organization purpose also. Okay. So it is. So what is the benefit of that one by using the cloud computing? So we are accessing different services or internet from the cloud service provider. And what are the services you are utilizing? You have to pay for that one. Okay. If you stop using it, you don't need to pay for that. For example, I have taken a database services. So almost I use it for 3 months. Continuously I using the 3 months. Once I taken the service, I created database, I'm utilizing, yes, for 3 months I have to pay. Every month we got a bill and I have to pay. After 3 months, and you don't require that one. Now it is no longer required. So you remove that services. So you no need to pay for it. Okay. Just you are vacated, your rented house. If you are vacated, you no need to pay. You are staying or not staying, but you are not vacated, you have to pay. Same thing in the cloud. While you are subscribed or taken a service, as long as it is in the service mode, okay, or in the subscription mode. For example, Netflix, Prime, whether you are using or not watching a video or not watching a video, you have to pay. You don't have any interest in the Netflix. Now you want to do with a Jio Hotstar. So then unsubscribe it. You no need to pay. Same thing for a cloud computing. So same thing, what it is, as long as you are using, okay, as long as you subscribe, you have to pay. Later, no longer required, then you can unsubscribe it or you can remove that services from your list. No need to pay for. So called this pay as you go model. How much you are utilized, that much only you are paying. You use 50 GB data. 50 GB data, you use it. So 50 GB you are paying. Okay. So like this, you have to pay for that. Pay as you go. So using cloud computing, it lower your operating cost. You can run infrastructure more efficiently. One high capacity server is there, a 5 lakh server is there. You may not use at fullest. You may use the server, a physical server up to 10%, 20%. But with the cloud computing, what kind of capacity you require, that much only you are using. If you want more capacity, then you can increase its capacity. You want to reduce its capacity, you can reduce it. Based on your utilization, you have to pay. That's a simple. And already I told now, it is similar, little similar, almost small difference, but almost it is similar to renting computer power and storage from someone else data center. You can treat cloud resources like should you would resources in your data. How you create a resources, like how you create a database server, how you create a network connectivities. Okay, how you manage network, how you manage a DNS or public connectivities. Okay, how you manage your server settings and same thing you can do it in the cloud computing. Okay, so you can use your cloud service like your data wanting it. When you're done using them, you give them back. You are billed only for what you use. So once you completed utilization or based on your utilization, you get a bill. So instead of maintaining servers like a storages, computational, like a CPU, RAM, everything inside your data center, you just you are renting from them for a time being. Okay. So the cloud provider take care of maintaining underlying infrastructure. So what are the backend servers, physical hardwares are there, networking is there, storage is there, everything will be maintained. Even physical environment, it will be maintained by cloud service provider. Okay. Cloud enable you to quickly solve your toughest business challenges and bring cutting edge solution for users. The cloud, what are the load I want to build something I want to build. I got a new application. I want to build that environment to run that application and background kind of stuff. In a cloud, almost all supported kind of stuff is there. All the environment, all the operating system support is there. We can able to build it and immediately and as quickly as possible. And latest technological support is also there. Faster we can able to deploy and faster we can able to get the results. And what are other advantages? These are the core advantages of cloud computing. Why cloud is more important? The first thing is, okay, it's to say advantages, but we can say cloud properties also. Cloud core properties. One is high availability services. In a cloud, so your system is running, your server is running, your web server is running, your database services are running. Now there is a possibility of down, right? Because it's running means running in a someone's databases, right? Data centers. The cloud service provider data center it is running. But now maybe the physical server is down. So your machine is also down. So no connectivity. So for that one to avoid it, you can create high availability. Even one server is down, you can immediately other server. Simple. Whenever you want it, you can create. So again, you need to buy a physical server, operating system, license, and all these things not required. Simply created it, and also we do load balancing. What is the load balancing? Means one server getting a lot of traffic, so it cannot able to handle it. We can deploy multiple servers immediately. Like you can give a automation kind of stuff. It meaning is if this load increases up to this level, so deploy more servers and balance it. That is called auto load balancing feature is there. Means automatically this balances. The load will be shared to other servers, other machines, and it balances the load. And now load is reduces, then it will remove the additional machines also. Okay, that part again we will see here. Scalability and very important scalability. Very important is scalability. What is scalability in that one? Again, horizontal and vertical scaling is there. Vertical scaling means you have a server and there is a machine running with some kind of services. A web server, storage server, like that. So in a cloud, we can able to increase it, like a more number of CPUs, we can increase it, more RAM capacity, more storage capacity, like that, we can increase its capacity to handle the current traffic and current load, to handle the load. Okay, that is vertical. One single server, you can increase its capacity. Okay. Horizontal scaling means you are adding more number of instances. Means there is a server running, you are adding similar type of servers and you combine and share the load to the other servers also. This is more efficient in the load balancing. Instead of increasing one server and their capacity to balance the load, so instead of that one, add more servers to your server and balance the load in between them. Electricity. You can configure cloud-based applications to elasticity. Sorry, mind again stop working. So when I see the time and I thought it is very less time. So once elasticity is a very important feature in the cloud computing. Elasticity. Even if you go to AWS, there is EC2 instance, EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing, EC2. Two C's are there. ECC. Instead of putting ECC, because ECC will confuse the people between the SAP based machine, that's ECC2 or Elastic Cloud Computing. So Elastic Cloud Computing. So what is this elastic? Okay, elasticity is a main feature of your cloud. So scalability, elasticity, high availability, and other geo distribution and geo disaster. These are the main features of cloud computing. And out of that one, very important, very important is elasticity. What is this elasticity? As I said earlier, it is auto scaling, auto load balancing. Okay. So elasticity means, for example, you have an elastic band or a balloon. So you stretch or you blow more air in the balloon, it will become bigger. And you reduce the tension, then it will become smaller. Similarly, this elasticity means load increases on the server. You can specify balance the load, do not cross more than 40% or more than 50% load on the individual servers. So our cloud is automatically calculate what is the load on this particular server. So load increases, it's become 60%. Deploy one server. Deploy one, add new server to it automatically. Scalable, adding new one, adding one. And auto load balance in between them. Now load increases again. Load increases, both are having 50-50, good. Both are having 55-55, not good. Then again add one more, add one more, add one more. Balance the load in between. These are that's the auto load balancing, auto scaling. Automatically it keep on increases your infrastructure size and balances them. Of course, up to this point is good. What about load decreases? It remove what are the things are additionally added. It remove those things. Earlier I have a 3 servers. Now it is become 10 servers to balance the load. Now what happened? The load decreased. We're not using that much load now. Earlier it is a demand increased, and now demand is settled down. So you hardly require 3 to 4 servers, not require more than that one. Okay. So what it will do? Auto scaling, ability increasing, load balancing, distribute the load. Now, what is this elasticity with this kind of stuff? Elasticity is load decreases, load increases, auto scaling means increase and balance. Load decreases, decrease. Earlier, 3 become 10, now 10 become 4 or 3. Depends upon the load. Okay. So minimum 3 should be done. If load increases, it going to higher, like a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. Load decreases, cut down the unnecessary addition. So each server is carrying only 5% of load. What is the use? So you're wasting your resources, right? More resources you use it, more payment you have to do it. So that is a elasticity. Elasticity is a main key feature of your cloud computing. Auto scaling, auto load balancing. So load increases, more number of instances are deployed and load balancing between them. Load decreases, load decreases. Okay, automatically it remove the additional resources. Agility. What is agility? Agility means agile. Agile means keep changes. My client is asking for certain requirements. Based on that, I build that infrastructure and providing services. Meantime, or maybe later, again, my client changes his requirement. So I need a more infrastructure. Immediately, I can take it from the cloud computing. With physical environment, physical on-premises infrastructure, it's very difficult to add new things. Again, you have to buy, you have to go to inventory, you have to add those kind of stuff is very difficult and challenging. So in a agility, because your cloud is more flexible. So I need one more server, I can add it. I need one more application, I will take it. I want to change some storage capacity from 50 GB to 200 GB. I can increase immediately. So whenever any changes are occur, we can adopt the changes and we can use the changes. So deploy and configure cloud-based resources as quickly as your application requirement is changed. Geo distribution and geo distribution and disaster recovery. Geo distribution and disaster recovery. Geo distribution, cloud computing, generally the cloud service provider, mainly public cloud services provider like a AWS, Azure, GCP. Okay, these are the cloud service providers. Not only this, there is a lot of cloud service providers also there. What is these cloud service providers? They put their data centers across the world. In India, we have two data centers, means Microsoft two data center, Google two data center, GCP one data center, like that. So we have a Azure two data centers, Google having one or two data centers, are the cloud-based data centers. They have other data centers, but cloud-based data centers. So in the US, so many data centers in almost on each side, we have one data center, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, okay, South Africa, UK, UAE, like this. Okay, Saudi Arabia, like this. So their data centers are distributed across the multiple geographical locations. What is the advantage this? I'm in here in Hyderabad, but my customer is in New Jersey. So in a near to the New Jersey, which data center is there? Near to the New Jersey state. So which data center is there? So I deploy my application into that data center only. So my client can easily access from that nearest data center. So my clients are in different locations. Some are, most of them are in a New Jersey. Some part of my clients are New Jersey location. Some are in Australia, near to the Sydney. Some are in a Jakarta or like that. So which data center is near to those customers or clients? So I deploy my application into that data center. That is geo distributions. What is the advantage of this geo distributions? Also there, that is called disaster recovery. So you can keep your data or your application into the multiple geographical locations. In case one place you put your disaster, your data, your sensitive applications in a one single data center in one location. In case that location got certain kind of harm, maybe a burning accidents can be there, floods will happen, floods will happen, okay, earthquakes, so or fire accidents, um, cold wars, internal wars, or maybe there is a war declaration on the countries. Okay, fiber optical distributed systems. So you cannot able to access your data or your application services from that data set. So better to keep your data and your applications into the multiple data center in different data center location. So you are putting more data center means more money you have to pay. Okay, but thing is, in case something is bad happen in a remote data center, so no problem, we have our backup into the other data centers. That is called disaster recovery. And there is some more points are there. No upfront cash. You don't need to buy any physical servers to access from cloud computing. No need to purchase and maintain costly infrastructure that users might not use it fully. So you don't need to buy any infrastructure kind of stuff. You are not able to use it. Okay, like that. The ability to pay for additional resources when they need it. So are adding more resources. You are utilizing additional resources. So you have to pay for that. Ability to stop paying the resources you are no longer using. So you don't need to worry, like I'm no required this particular services from today onwards. So no need to pay for that. Okay, that's the point. So up to here we covered what is the cloud computing, on-premises data centers, okay, and cloud data centers. What are the advantages also? Yeah, we take another 10 to 15 minutes, guys, to then we can complete. Otherwise, we have to postpone to tomorrow. Okay. Cloud, first important in the cloud is what is cloud computing? Second is advantage of using cloud computing or main features of cloud computing. What is the third one is comparison between on-premises data center to cloud computing. Okay, these are the important. On-premises data center means you have your own data center for your organization or maintain your own data center. Okay, uh, that's on-premises data center. That is what are the challenges in it? How it will be resolved by the cloud computing. So that is the third point. Now, again, in a cloud computing, two important things. One is cloud deployment models, meaning private cloud, public mode, hybrid model. These are cloud types or deployment models, cloud models it is. And cloud service models also there. Cloud service models are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Okay. So in the cloud models, in the deployment models are cloud models. Okay. Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, these are the main three types of clouds. Guys, private cloud is like your infrastructure, means for their own organization purpose only. Their organization related applications are running in it. Okay, they run their own cloud. The cloud services for their organization or for their client means the client applications also runs here. Their applications also runs there in the same org. So private cloud meaning is okay. So of course, in a private cloud, there is a operational expenditure and capital expenditure is also there. But in a private cloud, you can control where to run these particular applications. So complete security, let's say that, funds. Okay. Public cloud. What is a public cloud? Public cloud means there is a cloud service provider providing cloud services to the public, means to other organizations or to the individual users also. AWS provide cloud services to individual users and organizational level also. That is a public cloud. So public cloud, the service provider maintain their entire infrastructure and we are paying to use that services through internet. That's a public cloud. So earlier statement is there, what is a cloud computing? Delivering computing services or internet by using pay-as-you-go model. That's more suitable for public cloud. Private cloud are useful for their organization, their own organization purpose. Hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a computing environment that combines public cloud, private cloud by allowing data and application to be shared with 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, just 5 minutes. What is hybrid cloud? You have a private cloud, you have a private cloud, and you are using your own private cloud, on-premises private cloud. But you got a new project, and maybe you have an extension of your project, you need some resources from the public cloud. So then you can connect your private cloud to public cloud and you created a hybrid cloud. You can decide what application, where it has to be run, what data, where it has to be stored. Okay. So for a certain period of time, if no longer public cloud related is required, then you will. There is a hybrid cloud. So in a public cloud, no capital expenditures. Okay. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. Organizations pay only for what they use. I don't need to pay for everything. Only what I'm using. That's a public cloud. Private cloud. So you have to purchase the related hardware. So there is a capital expenditure. And also you have to maintain operational expenditure. So you're responsible for maintenance and purchases of. But organization having total control. Way to run their applications, their storages, security, everything controlled by private cloud. In a hybrid cloud is a flexible one. Private cloud people can decide, means that organization can decide where to run their application in private or public cloud. And other things like a security control, compliance, legal requirement, everything is controlled by organization only. Okay. This is cloud deployment, not private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. What is their differences? Finally, service models. Another one is service model. So mainly three service models are there. Traditionally are mainly three service model. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a services. What is the software as a services, infrastructure as a services, platform as a service? Guys, I want infrastructure from a cloud service provider. A cloud service provider providing infrastructure. Means I want a server, I will create a server. I want database, I will create a database there. I want network related services, I will create a network related configurations in the cloud. Okay, that is cloud infrastructure as a services. Okay, virtual machines and all this comes under here. Platform as a services. I want to run my application, my web application, I want to run it. I need that environment. I don't know how to run this. Sorry, I don't know how to set up the environment. But I have an application, I want to run it, but I don't know how to set up it, how to install a operating system, application settings. Okay, that operating system settings, permissions, I don't know. Just I want to deploy my application. I want to connect it to database and I want a running environment. I don't know how to set up the backend environment. Then platform as a services. Okay. Next is software as a service. Mm, And here you don't need to know anything. You don't need to know how to set up infrastructure, how to set up your application also. Application is already there and running. Just you need to subscribe and use it. Software as a services or subscription model type. Monthly, yearly subscription model. Example, Office 365. Your Google Docs. Okay. These are a software as a services. You take a service, you pay for a monthly or a yearly use, and you utilize those services. Okay, software as a services. And here it is showing that what is their differences and what is the you maintain and service provider maintain. And who are the cloud service providers? Okay, who are the cloud service provider? What are the domains in the cloud computing? Okay, and examples of these services and their services. Okay, means software as service means example, platform as service, infrastructure services like that, storage services, and there is some questions also I added. Okay, and this is what is Office 365. What is the Office 365 information is also there. Okay, guys, you can just read once, at least read once and understand it. If you doubt, I will explain to you later. Okay, I'm stopping here. If any possible, I will continue from the cloud computing services. But you should read it. And if you have any doubt or questions, I will explain it. Otherwise, I will go to the quick points in it again. Okay, from the services point of view. Okay, and Office 365 also will see. That's it. I will stop here, guys, because I'm not having an answer. Okay, just read it, you will understand. I